Before this video begins, why don't you hit subscribe, then click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Hello everybody, my name is Brad and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today guys, we are doing deck profiles. We're back with them. Deck profiles are back. You guys should be excited. We're doing deck profiles again. Yay, let's get going. You know, the past couple of videos have been, you know, not as good as they usually are. So we're going back to deck profiles because those are the ones that usually work and get views. Entertain you guys more. Yeah. Anyway, let's get straight into the deck profile. So today I'm going to be showing you my invoked deck. My invoked deck is pure invokers, and this deck is actually winning again, in my opinion. I've faced Thunder Dragons, I've faced Sky Strikers with this deck, and it has been winning. So I'm so glad that I get to do a deck profile on it now. So let's go straight into it. So first up, we have Sacrum Drive. Sacrum Driver is a card we need to activate Sacrum Gear Gamma. Sacrum Gear Gamma is essentially an Ashe and Ghost Ogre, but it special summons himself. So I prefer Sacrum Gear Gamma to Ashe Balsam and Ghost Ogre combined, because it's just giving you extra link summoning because it's two monsters straight to the field, and it negates things, so that's great. It's also a light monster, so it allows you to go into Mechaba, but we'll get into those later. Then next up we have the most important card in the deck, and that is obviously Aleister the Invoker. Now, Aleister, I don't know. I'm gonna call him Aleister. Aleister is the core of the deck. He's a dark monster, so you can use him to go into, can't remember. But Aleister gets you Invocation to your hand, which starts off all your plays. Invocation does amazing things, and it's just great. So we'll get into Invocation and all that stuff later. And essentially, you run 6 copies of this because of a field spell in the deck, which we'll also get into later. But let's move on to the next thing. Next up we have Ashe Balsam and Joy Spring. This is, again, another negate. It's also a fire-type monster, so you can go into Purge Trio with it. And it stops plays just by ashing. So this deck, as you can probably tell already, is very hand-trap based. But that is what Pure Invoked is. But yeah, we have 3 Ashe Blossoms. Then we have two Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. These guys are light, so they also go into Mechaba. So as you can see, Mechaba is a card we really want to go into first off anyways, and then later we can go into Purgatrio. Then next up we have Sacrum Gear Gamma. Already gone into this. We've run 3 of these because I think it's way better than Ashe and Ghost Ogre combined. Then after Sacrum Gamma, we run 2 Droll Unlock Birds just to stop Sky Striker and Thunder Dragon plays, so they can't just keep on bringing stuff in. Then next up we have 3 Effect Veilers. Now some people would rather run 3 Drolls over 3 Effect Veilers. Now you can do this if you would like to. I personally prefer 3 Effect Veilers because then you can stop single effects, and I would prefer that than stopping them to get cards to their hands. Why? I just think it's better because then we can combo off their plays, and if I negate one effect, they'll likely send that one to the graveyard to bring out another one, meaning I can Invocation that monster away to bring out one of my fusion types, so it's just a lot better in reality. Next up we have 3 Instant Fusions. We use this card to bring out Invoked Regin, because then we can activate Invoked Regin, send them into face down mode, so that means he isn't affected by the end of turn Instant Fusion, which means it's destroyed, so he stays on the field. We can also use him to go into Invoked Caliga, and that can sometimes be useful if you ever want to. Next up we have 2 Spellbook of Knowledges. Now, I like this card because, as you can see, Aleister is a spellcaster. So if you have Aleister on the field and you have no support for him, then that's where you use Spellbook of Knowledge. That means you get a +1, and you can see if that gives you any more plays. Next up, we have 2 Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Now, I did say this was pure invoked, but we do run a bit of Sky Strike is in here, just because it's really good going it's really good going second, and this is a going second deck. So we use Sky Strike and Mobilize Engage to mostly get Afterburners, and Sky Strike and Mecha, Hornet Drones, so we can start off some link plays, get some spell cards back to the hand, and all that jazz. Then we run one Terraforming. This is another way to get Aleister by getting Magical Meltdown. So now we have 7 copies of Aleister technically in our deck. Then, obviously, this is another core of the deck. This is Invocation. Here, if you don't see Aleister or Invocation, you've lost. You might as well say GG, because you've lost if you don't see this in a duel. Then, next up we have 2 Spellbook of Secrets. This is just to get Spellbook of Knowledge. So, again, if you're in a dead spot, you can get rid of Aleister, draw more cards, and do that. Then we actually run Pot of Dichotomy. I have actually not used this card as much, but at the start of main phase 1, target 3 monsters with different types in your graveyard, and you have a lot of monsters with different types in the graveyard, so it's essentially put them back into the deck so you can use them more and use more fusion summons and draw 2. So it's alright. Then we have Afterburners. Afterburners is really good because we're going second deck, so we just destroy one of their monsters. So yeah, it's really good. We can also get it with Mobilize and Engage. Then we have 1, the Book of Lore. This essentially will get rid of Mechaba, Purgatrio, or anything to bring out Elysium. Elysium is the heavy hitter, just destroys. He's the beating stick, essentially. Then we have Hornet Drones, which we can also get for Engage. We usually use Hornet Drones to get out Kagari to bring back Invocation, if we ever do use it. Then next up we have Widow Anchor. This to stop Thunderers. It's kind of like a 4th effect Veiler, just a spell card, and it's going second. And if you ever want to use it, going first, then you can set it, and then later stop effects. Then we have 3 Magical Meltdowns. This helps get Aleister, sure, and Aleister gets Invocation, and then you just go off on plays. So we're definitely going to run 3 of these. Next up we have 2 Evenly Matched. Now, Evenly Matched is a card you can definitely take out for a different card, but I use it because I have these other hand traps that are in the side deck, but I don't often use them, so Evenly Matched, seeing as we're going second deck, I run it because we can then just banish stuff. Now moving on to the extra deck, we have Invoked Elysium. This is what we use. We use the Book of Lore to bring out Elysium, and it's just that heavy hitter, you know. And you can also bring them out with Invocation if they have a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck in the graveyard. Then we have Invoked Mechaba. We run 2 of these. Now this is another negate you can get on the field because he can discard a spell card and negates a spell card, discard a monster card, you negate a monster, discard a, trap card, you can negate a trap. So yeah, it's really good, and it's got 2,500 attack points, so it's decent. Then next up we have Invoked Purgatrio. We definitely run 3 of these because this is a guy that can just destroy fields. This card gains 200 attack for each card your opponent controls, and it can attack all of them once each, and it inflicts piercing damage, so it's very good to just break boards. Then again we have 2 Invoked Regin. We usually summon this with Instant Fusion, but if you ever do find a wind monster in your deck, I don't think we have one. No, Droll Bird, we can bring it out. But yeah, Invoked Regin usually comes out with Instant Fusion, and it's just if you can't get anything else, really. Invoked Caliga. Now this wouldn't be your first choice if you get a dark monster, because it's just, well, it would be your first choice if you get a dark monster, because there's no other one that take out dark monsters. But it wouldn't be the first choice of bringing out. If you could bring out something other, if you could bring out another fusion summon, then that's what you'd want to bring out. Then we run one Black Rose Dragon, because Effect Veiler, if we ever do get it, we can go straight off from Invoked Origin. No, not Invoked Origin. What was the play again? I can't remember. Brandon, what's the play? I can't remember. But yeah, Black Rose Dragon just to nuke boards. It's really good. Then we run one Borrow Sword Dragon just because it goes through monsters. And it's an OTK on its own. Then we run one Skull. I did a video on this. Why can I not pronounce his name? Then we run one Skull Dread just to get those cards flowing. We very rarely bring him out because we can usually OTK my opponents without him. But he is always very useful. Then we run Aleister, the Invoker of Madness. This is very much like Aleister, the Invoker, but as a link monster. And he can also bring cards. What was I going to say? You can discard a card, and then if you do, you can add Invocation or Book of Lore, I think. Yeah, Book of Lore, and you can add one of those to your hand. And it also counts as Aleister, the Invoker, so you can use Invocation, get rid of Invoker of Madness to bring out any one of these as well. Then we run one Sky Striker Ace Kagari. This is to get back Invocation and any other spell card we don't want in the graveyard. That is in the graveyard. Now usually Invocation comes back by itself because you can banish, not banish, you can add to your hand Aleister the Invoker and then send back into the deck Invocation. So it's kind of a recycling thing. But then it also can just, sometimes you can use Invocation without Aleister. So it kind of stays in the graveyard. So that's why we run one Kagari, just in case. I don't show the side deck on my channel because I think it should be your own choice of what you put in the side deck. But I'll show you it real quick. This is my opinion, but I really do think you should choose it yourself. And that is Ghost Reaper and the Winter Cherries, 3 Ghost Bell and the Haunted Mansion, 1 DD Crow, 2 Battle Fader, 2 Sky Striker Ace Kagari, no, not Kagari, Hayate, 1 Sky Striker Ace Kana, 1 Sky Striker Ace Shizuku, 1 Sky Striker Manivajama. That's just a spell card destruction. Then on the side deck is another Engage and obviously a multi-roll. Now again, I insist that you make your own side deck because I don't really care about side decks. I usually run with this main bulk of cards. But yeah, anyway, hope you all enjoy and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Give a big shout out to this Discord server called Army of Rynlar. The link will be in the description so you can join it. It's really cool and the server's sick. There's all really nice people on it and you can post whatever you want as long as you abide by the rules. And the staff are really cool, the owner's really cool, the admins are sick. Yeah, just go and join. It's a really fun time, and they host Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, which will be here right there. See, Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. So if you want to join, the link will be in the description. And yeah, I'll see you on there.